Hey guys, it's Dr. Justin Southall and Chase Moy with Eastern Shore Chiropractic and Sports Clinic. Today we have our special guest speaker, Vince McConnell of McConnell Athletics. He is the go-to premier strength coach and personal trainer in South Alabama, and if not the United States, in my opinion. He's fantastic. He knows more about the body, the biomechanics, everything that you need in a personal trainer or strength coach. So today he's got a little routine for you to look into when you're traveling or at home, you're at the park. So he's going to start and use Chase as the model, and go ahead, man.
Hey everybody, it's good to be here. One of the most common questions that I get is, what do I do when I go out of town, especially for the lower body, to maintain my workout program? Well, the answer to that obviously has to be something very simple and practical. And so what we're going to go over today with Chase has not done this exact program before in this sequence, but the thing about a program like this is that it not only travels with you, but it also provides you with a foundation that affects your regular workouts in a positive way. So by getting better at each of these 4 drills and doing them consistently throughout the week, not just when you're traveling or when you are stuck at home and can't get to the gym, you're going to get better overall. Not only better in the sense of your fitness, but better in your movement skills, and your joints and connective tissues will thank you for it. So the first exercise that we're going to go through here is going to be a lateral band walk, which is going to activate, without getting too sciencey here, the glute medius on the outside of the hips. Now Chase is going to stand on the band. It can be any resistance band, but you want it to be light. You don't want the resistance to dominate the movement here. So Chase is going to cross the band over, hence the X band name. And then notice that even though we're working the lower body, we always want to think of what's happening with the upper body. The body is a unit, so every time we're working the lower body, posture is extremely important with this. So we're going to retract the scapula. The toes are going to be straight ahead. I typically inform clients to turn the toes slightly in, and then when they actually do the exercise, the toes will go straight ahead. So we don't want them to flare out. Now, when he got in position here, notice that the stance is already wide on top of the band, as opposed to him putting his feet on the band and then stretching the band wide. So we have slack in the band right now before he starts the exercise. Now we're going to go 4 steps to the right, keeping the same width stance all the way through. And then we're coming 4 steps to the left. We're going to post the entire program up on Dr. Justin's website or his Facebook page, so you'll understand exactly how many reps and so forth. The reps are not as important as you executing the exercise correctly, but the reps are there purely to help regulate the workload. So we're going 4 to the right, 4 to the left. He's going to go one more time here. And we're going to do that 6 times. So 6 trips of 4 by 4. That's good. All right, now we're done with exercise 1. Again, you'll do 6 in real time. Now he's going to have 1 foot back. This is a bench, but you can use a chair, you can use a park bench, you can use a sofa. There's always something in a hotel room that you can find that's approximately that height. It can be a little bit higher, and it's fine. Now here he's going to hinge from the hip. This is what I call a single leg glute ham deadlift. We're emphasizing the right side here, and he's going to hold it for a 5-second count down at the bottom. And a 5-second isometric hold. He's actually going to feel this in his butt and hamstrings here, his glute and hamstrings. Then he's going to come up to the top. Now we're going to do 8 reps where he comes down under control, back up to the top. So we're just holding the first rep for 5 seconds, and then we're doing 8 reps. Let's do 2 more here. And you notice that he's maintaining a neutral spine all the way through. One of the beautiful things about this is you're just using your body weight here, but you can progress these with dumbbells, and you can actually start to go pretty heavy with the dumbbells. I have my athletes, my competitive athletes, do this exact same routine, and they use some pretty heavy weights. Not that that's needed, but I'm just saying you can progress this. Third exercise is going to be a single leg hip thrust. Now again, we're doing both sides, but we're just demonstrating one side at a time right now. Shoulder blades supported. Now if you're using a chair, obviously don't hit your head on the back, on the chair back. But at the same time, you'll have plenty of room on a chair. Your shoulder blades are supported, but not by your elbows. Notice his elbows are up. Now he's going to push into the right heel. Bring the left knee up. Now this left knee, the top knee, the non-working side, is going to remain stable all the way through. We're going to push into that right heel, squeeze that butt cheek, again for a 5-second isometric hold at the top. Now we're going to come down and do 10 reps through the heel all the way through. Now notice when Chase comes down with his hips, his eyes follow his hips, meaning that he's helping to eliminate some of the unnecessary stress on the neck. So he's coming down, he's looking straight ahead, pushing through the heel, and he's looking up at the ceiling. And again, on this particular exercise, we'll do 10 reps. That's good. Final exercise in this sequence is going to be a rear foot elevated split squat. Any of my clients, when they see it written out, it's RFESS. Well, that stands for rear foot elevated split squat. You want to be far enough forward. Again, his foot's going to be back supported on that same bench, chair, sofa. The right foot is far enough forward so that when he comes down into a single leg squat, we want enough ankle mobility so that his heel doesn't leave the ground. If his heel leaves the ground when he comes down, we want to move his front foot further forward. Now we're going to hold it for 5 seconds at the bottom. Again, each of these exercises, we're going to start with a 5-second isometric hold at the bottom. 4, 3, 2, 1. Use your upper body to push up. Now use your hands to push up. And on that one, you use your hands to push up to the top. Now we're going to do 12 reps. Down under control. Don't worry so much about the rep speed, just think control. The control will take care of the actual rep speed. Let's do one more. Down under control. Good job. All right, now that's the 4 exercises. And again, you would do both sides, and then we'll post the program so you can see it in its full. Understand that even though there are 4 exercises here, they each complement each other. So it's not about any one of these 4, it's the combination of the 4, the sequencing. It's never about any single exercise when it comes down to changing your body and making positive improvements in your physique. Doesn't matter if it's, a bodybuilder or somebody that just wants to look better and build leaner muscle tissue. It's always going to be about the tension in the muscle, rep to rep. It's how you do the reps, not how many you do. The only reason we're counting the reps is so that I don't just say, do reps until you fall down. You've got to have a sequence of repetitions that are there, but don't let that get to where you go, well, as long as I just do 6 reps, as long as I just do 8 reps, something magical is going to happen. The magic is going to be in how you do those reps. So when we have 8 reps in a program, you get the most out of 1 rep, 2 reps, 3 reps until you get to 8, then you switch to the next exercise. Now, what you would do after you go through this sequence is you'd rest approximately 45 seconds to a minute and then repeat it. The way that it's designed, you'll be able to go right back in to that first exercise, that lateral band walk, pretty much right after you finish that last set of the single leg squat. How many times a week? Right now, if you're learning this, do it at least twice a week. Don't wait until you go out of town and then try to learn something new. Go ahead and get the technique down on all of this, and then when you go out of town, it'll be something that's very easy to put into your program. It lasts just a few minutes, and even at its highest level, we may do 4 cycles or something like this, and do that 2 to 3 times a week. Great job, Chase. You handled it. You've been on my program for a while, but haven't done that exact one, and he looked pretty good. But I'm going to put him through the whole thing here in a minute.
That was some really great information about Vince McConnell. If you noticed, he was constantly working on the biomechanics or looking at posture. So it's one of the reasons why we love our patients working with him is because he's going to prevent injury, he's going to get you stronger, and he's constantly watching that posture. He was showing hip hinging, which we teach you guys, every one of our patients with a lower back dysfunction we teach. So Vince, how can they get a hold of you to learn more about what you do?
First of all, go to our website, which is McConnellathletics.com, and read all the information there, because that'll better inform you on questions once if we do meet and talk, questions that you can ask beyond that. Also, you can email me directly at mcconnellathletics@gmail.com. You can send the message through the website as well. Either one, the phone number, 251-990-6202. Definitely leave a message. We don't have anybody just sitting at the desk answering calls. So leave us a message and a phone number, and we'll get back with you.
All right, great. Hopefully we'll be able to have him back soon again. Maybe do some upper body activation, some postural work as well. We're going to post this on Facebook so you can look at that, the PDF. And if you're a patient and you're watching this video that Chase or myself has sent to you, we'll email that PDF to you as well. So again, remember, it's Dr. Justin Southall, Chase Moy. We had Vince McConnell from McConnell Athletics. We are Eastern Shore Chiropractic and Sports Clinic. Visit us at www.easternshorechiropractics.com or give us a call at 251-990-8383. And remember, it's your life. Live it in health.
Going four steps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we trace it back. 1. Good. Repeat it. Let's go again. Good. Good posture all the way through. So notice that he's not compensating here and letting his body get outside. The shoulders are on top of the hips. The hips are consistently on top of the feet. Okay, that's good. All right, down under control. We've got a 5-second isometric hold at the bottom. He's flexing that left foot into the ground. This program can be done exceptionally well on bare feet, and actually I recommend it, if not every time, certainly for some of the workouts that you do, to go barefoot. Consult Dr. Justin first, though. Let's do one more. Good. And you notice that he's maintaining that consistent, every rep. If I was to freeze frame Chase on any of those reps, I shouldn't be able to tell which rep it was. It should look identical from rep 1 to rep 8. Okay, now the hip thrust. Shoulder blades on the bench or on the chair. He's pushing into the heel, up. We want a tabletop position, but not a forced tabletop. So just as far as he can come up with hip extension, and not, if you ever feel this in your lower back, shut it down or come down or come up less, range of motion up at the top. So think hip extension as opposed to getting your lumbar to cheat for you on this. And notice when he comes down, when Chase comes down with his hips, his eyes are going towards the camera. Everything is into the heel here. That's good. Now think of the heel, when you're doing those, think of the heel as your direct signal to the glute to fire off. If the heel comes up, then your glute is going to go more to your quadricep, which we don't want on that exercise. So we want to ignite glute activation, and to do that, we want heel contact all the way through. Okay, now Chase is going to do exercise number 4, which is a single leg squat, rear foot elevated split squat. He's down under control, and again, a 5-second isometric at the bottom. And after 5 seconds on this exercise, we're going to use the hands to push up to the top. Now, the hands are not used as he does 12 repetitions here. And as I mentioned earlier, ankle mobility is key here. We want to make sure that the heel stays in contact. I get asked all the time, should the knee go past the toe? It's not so much about the knee past the toe as it is about the position of the heel into the ground and the ankle mobility. If somebody has less ankle mobility, the knee does not want to track over the toe. Chase has good ankle mobility here, so he's able to get down in that range of motion at the bottom without his heel coming up. And again, anything that I'm referring to from a biomechanical standpoint, check in with these guys and get them to make the assessments.